up to Survivor, so I find that weird that I've never heard any lead up to this documentary before it was shown at this screening. But I am curious. I do want to see.
Oh, I have to pause this. I have to pause this every few minutes because I really, I don't want to be copyrighted for sound, so
It just because this is exposing a person that I have grown up around and that I have said more than enough about what kind of person he is. I am very curious about that. But it's like, is Dan Schneider mentioned? And then I got like someone said in the Reddit, we can go full screen. Someone said in the Reddit that basically they saw the doc and that Dan Schneider was never mentioned.
Really?
Yeah. I got a message.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, because
actually false. Like, Dan Schneider was not mentioned.
Yeah, he's probably not mentioned because I think there's people that are mentioned there's people that are mentioned in Corey Feldman's My Truth doc. That's weird that it says that it's called My Truth because his truth is bullshit. It turns out his truth is complete bullshit. I mean, do I believe Charlie Sheen is an actual predator? Yes, I do. But I don't think that he raped a boy. I don't think he raped a boy. I mean, Charlie Sheen's more into chicks, more into bird dogging chicks. He's not into boys. He's not the kind of guy that would be into boys. So, yeah, I don't believe Corey Feldman when he says Charlie Sheen kind of ard or essayed Corey Haim.
I think Brian Peck was, but not Dan Schneider.
Now Brian Peck would definitely have. I mean, he probably didn't, but I mean, he seemed like the kind of guy that would have like essayed Corey Haim, because Brian Peck turns out is into little boys. Look what he did to Drake Bell. Turns out he's into little boys. Sort of like John Wayne Gacy was.
So I'm just curious. I would want, I want to see it.
Except John Wayne Gacy murdered his victims. Brian Peck, all he does is essay them. And, reward them with their own TV show. I mean, that had to be like so freaking. I'm sure that had to make Drake Bell feel like. I can't disclose this now because this guy is giving me my own TV show. This guy is giving me my own TV show. I think that's why Drake Bell got Drake and Josh. Because Dan Snyder and Brian Peck did not want it going public that there is pedophilia going on, in a children's network. That's too much cover up. It's too much cover up. And I can't believe that I myself, I feel like I was sort of maybe complicit in it, and I didn't even realize it, because I used to watch Nickelodeon as a kid. And when you're a kid, you don't really see the dirt. You don't really see the dirt. You don't really see the dirtiness of what you're watching, because it's supposed to be a children's network. But it seems like the more people keep digging, the bigger the dirt pile is going to get. Because there's going to be more secrets. Because there's going to be more secrets buried. There's going to be more secrets being dug up. Like way more secrets being dug up. Especially now that we know that, Disney, I always felt like, when I was a kid, Disney was this really like squeaky clean sort of thing. And then the whole thing with Shirley Temple, and the list of names that I had written down, Jackie Cooper and Jackie Coogan and Demi Lovato and let me see, Mickey Rooney. Hollywood just people just keep on digging up secrets, and more secrets are floating to the surface. More secrets are coming to the surface. It's almost like the police are going down to it's almost like the police are like floating down to it's almost like the police are like floating down to search, floating down to the bottom of the river, and they're coming up with more and more bodies. They're coming up with more and more bodies.
I would want, I want to see it.
Bobby Driscoll turns out. Bobby Driscoll
this is now a time that survivors are actually
popped up out of the water. Bobby Driscoll popped up out of the water.
Documentary, so we got survivors now having a moment, and he is plugging in, basically claiming it that he was the one to.
I see the documentary.
What?
They uploaded on Internet Archive.
What?
Yeah, I'm scrolling through it right now.
No, don't.
The fact that Corey Feldman is still trying to plug his documentary, My Truth. Still trying to plug his My Truth documentary, and
It's hard to remember. Yes, Miko, find the video of technical difficulty. It's online. Wait, there's a video of him saying it's a technical difficulty?
I just scrubbed through. Yeah, there's no like images or anything of Brian Peck or Dan Schneider. So maybe they're mentioned or.
Of course there isn't.
Wait, Brian Peck's not even mentioned in it either?
Just from my initial scrubbing of like the timeline, I just don't see him there.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Nope,
believe I'm
Corey, what are you
I'm
talking about?
I'm inclined to agree with Scotty Schwartz. I believe Corey Feldman's
I actually have
like a huge
an
scam
amazing-
artist, like a huge scam artist.
incredible clip when it comes to what happened.
Doesn't mean I don't believe that Corey Feldman himself wasn't sexually wasn't essayed. He probably was.
And tracks odors. After each visit, Litter Robot automatically cycles.
But it wasn't by,
From the dirty
but it
cats, dropping them into
it
a
wasn't by
trash
Alfie
robot.
Wolf.
Meaning your cat always has a fresh bed of litter. Litter Robot is
I need to like look up.
And the sleep
I need to like
allows you to place
look
it
up that
anywhere.
story.
Litter Robot
I need to
has
look up the real deal behind that story. I mean, it turns out the people that I looked up to are not the people that
You
I
guys
thought
ready
they
for
were.
this? Has anyone
It's like
seen
Stone
this?
Cold Steve
You
Austin.
gotta watch this.
It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's
I'm
not
keeping
like
it
he's not the
heated
guy
so
I
that-
thought he was. He's not the perfect guy I thought he was. I mean, not that I idolized him or anything, but I actually liked watching him wrestle. I actually liked watching him wrestle. But I can't respect anyone. I can't respect anyone that I can't respect anyone that manhandles a female. That manhandles a female. I can't respect that.
Along with him when you don't have his music.
I'll never
it is-
respect
it is a
that.
little spooky. 'Cause why is
I
the hood
mean I
and then the girl
commend
having
his
stuff
ex-wife
like that
Deborah
behind him
for being able to
is
forgive him, but
I gotta rewind.
for being able to just
I
forgive
wanna-
him and
we gotta figure out a couple songs for him for this because that one is scaring the shit
just
out of me. It's so scary.
I mean that's pretty brave of her
So
to
good.
actually forgive
Okay,
him.
This is
Really,
unreal.
I mean, he's probably a changed man now. I mean, he's probably a changed man now, but the more the more interviews I watch with her,
Stop! This is not right. No, stop the music. This is not.
yeah, I
this is
can't
not
respect
right.
anybody that
This is not.
manhandles a female. Because
Is anyone seeing what
Because
I'm?
my
Wait, tonight's
my uncle was a
paralysis
domestic
humans
abuser. My uncle was a domestic abuser, and he was a very
This
horrible one.
is
He was a
just
very horrible one.
On. I wonder what. Morning America? Like, this is the Today Show. I want to know what they were probably like. What we weren't expecting this type of performance. Let's keep going a little bit. I need to. This is making me laugh a little bit. You guys watch it. No! Whoa! What? So serious. That's just unreal. Where does this go? Does he keep dancing? This is so okay. This is freaking me out. Okay, all right. He gets a little bit more in it. Like I can see now he's like in the groove of it. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, okay, I gotta get out. You know what? That was. Why did you show me this, Miko? Miko, this. I apologize to everybody in here that you even had to experience this
Also,
alongside.
the context of knowing the allegations surrounding the treatment of the band members.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
'Cause they
yeah,
were
yeah,
band members, the people who.
Correct,
the
correct.
allegations, so
It's
it
true.
makes it even more kind of sinister. And
Well, yeah, but
something,
that music.
Oh man, Corey Feldman. That oh god, that that's just like oh man. Oh man. It's hard to sit and watch Corey Feldman. It's hard to sit and watch Corey Feldman like really it's hard to just oh I I I I don't have any words. I don't have any words. Seeing the fact that the Today Show actually gave this man a platform. Actually gave this man a platform to perform his horrible freaking music. And yes, his music is freaking horrible. His music is the worst. I've never even listened to it, but it's not my taste. It's not my taste. Because it's just bad.
Really does it. But also the fact that, like, why are the women having to wear... like, why are the women having to wear that? Is it like the Charlie's Angels thing?
Instead of Charlie's Angels, it's Corey's Angels.
No, it's Charlie and his Angels.
What?
That's like what he's going for. It's the three angels with Charlie. From the old 70s TV show, which is like it's just bizarre. And you're like, what really is the point of this exactly? He really likes hoods, huh? Look at all these hoods. Wait, Corey Feldman returns. He had a lot of different. Whoa. He seems like he's a deep dive.
Dude, he said that he met the woman at a Playboy mansion who had dreams of acting and singing, and stated that I like helping them to help girls who are kind of lost and needed to find their way. They're called Corey's Angels. So yeah, there's maybe like a kind of Playboy take on.
Well, he loves Hugh Hefner. Remember, he defended Hugh Hefner in
He's obsessed with Hugh Hefner. He's obsessed with Hugh Hefner.
Which they were just rumors, and like I can't believe Chrissy Carlson Romano legit had. We can go out of my screen.
Dispelling the rumors.
Yeah. Literally had. Literally had Corey Feldman. Sorry, not Corey Feldman. Actually had Holly Madison on her show and talked about that, and then afterwards had Corey Feldman on it and just legit discredited Holly Madison just because Corey was like, yeah, there's no truth to that at all. You're just like, whoa.
He said that he sought out girls who were 18 and who he thought were virtuous and honest and loyal.
Okay, that sounds really creepy. Also, there's this. Wait, go back to my screen, by the way. There's this.
The fact that he seeks out girls that are 18. The fact that he seeks out girls that are 18. Like, dude, Christy, you don't find that the least bit creepy?
Look at the truth. Whoa.
I mean, I'm speaking here. I'm speaking here from someone who's a complete introvert. Who's a complete introvert. I'm speaking from somebody who's a complete introvert and would rather die single than be with anyone, than be sexually with anyone. Sorry. I would rather die single. I would rather die single than have sex.
Yeah.
I'd rather die single than have sex.
Again. You know, like that's the cycle right there. That it's awful.
Right. It's not to say that his documentary isn't valid or.
I don't know. I want to see the documentary. Did anyone like the documentary or like found it valuable? Like, did you personally learn something about the documentary? I heard was this did I dream this? I could have.
I mean, the fact that I've lived and been around so many women, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about females. It taught me a lot about females.
But if I remember correctly,
being around females all the time, and
did you see the tweets from Corey about his #1 fan who just
learning just what, learning just
who's this? Richard Mailer? No,
learning how to be like
yes, in Somerset. Wait.
just a gentleman. Learning how to be just a gentleman.
Really?
Granted,
Holly Madison is a legend.
I wasn't really
Agree. And,
a gentlemanly type. You know, when I was a whole lot younger. When I was a whole lot younger, I was just really, I was really naive and sort of, you know, didn't really understand like I didn't understand boundaries. I didn't understand boundaries.
Wait, no,
back then.
Said that about his mom. Yeah,
I'm getting better
But that, I think, is because
at understanding
his mom was
boundaries,
not
like
actually okay with what Corey
like
was doing with his son
don't
and
harass anyone.
This is
Don't
way too
harass
big.
anyone. I learned that pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
Not to harass, not to like,
I'm seeing?
no, you know, don't call people 50 times a day. Don't call people 50 times a day. Don't text people 50 times a day.
Oh, no.
Especially if it's a female. Because they're going to get the wrong idea. They're going to get the wrong idea.
No, it's okay.
They're going to get the total wrong idea.
Social media to respond to Haim's mother, declaring
So-
that she protects. Oh, there you go.
So yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson there.
$1 million
I really learned my lesson there.
campaign on October 25th for the purported documentary meant to expose
Because
blah blah blah. We'll be kicking off
because
the
you know
upcoming-
I was
So there's like beef
was,
between them, but
like-
that's not what I'm thinking about. Because
I was talking to this one girl,
she
and
had something to literally say.
I think I called her. I think I
him
called her
using
house
the other
like maybe 50 times or
there was
something.
about it.
And her dad called me and said,
Oh,
said
I didn't see that.
It's right beneath.
like,
right where
he literally told me,
Here we go.
please stop trying to call my daughter and talk to her. And I just said, okay, sir. And I just said, okay, sir. And I hung up the phone. And I hung up the phone. And I deleted her number.
That Haim, who blank in 2010 at
It's another thing.
38 of pneumonia,
It's another lesson I learned.
was repeatedly ABUSED as a
Give
child,
people
multiple
boundaries.
individuals.
Give
Haim
boundaries.
is convinced that blank 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 her son occurred on a single occasion at the hands of
Because that's the
one
thing
man.
with
She continued by saying,
that's the thing with
"Long
people
con.
with
He's a
autistic
scam artist.
autistic people.
If he was serious about this, he'd share the information.
They don't
he
understand
has
boundaries.
with
They
the
don't
police.
understand.
True.
A lot of them, some of them, like myself, they don't
Feldman
understand
clearly does not feel
boundaries.
that he is conning anybody.
I mean, that's
Corey
pretty much
Feldman's Twitter to
that's pretty
respond
much
to
how I
Feldman's
learned.
claims
That's
declaring
pretty much how I
that
learned
he protects
I was
evil.
autistic.
What do you mean, dude?
It's pretty much how I learned I was autistic. I slowly started to learn.
That's him, by the way.
I think
Well,
it's
wait, I want to read the rest
it's
of
how
it.
I
Sorry.
slowly
Well,
started to learn
claiming-
that I
Or
was
is it? Okay, wait. Well, claiming
I was
that Haim
acting
isn't even her
like
last
someone who
name
was
anymore.
autistic.
Feldman had
Like,
to say, "You guys, I don't ever say
I,
anything about blah,
you know,
blah, blah, but you have no water. Her
I-
last name is a bad woman."
I acted, you know,
Bad
obsessively.
woman?
I acted
What do you mean,
obsessively,
a bad
like
woman?
like I had like
that
some kind of.
seems just bizarre to phrase it that way.
It was, I guess it was sort of.
All right.
I guess it was sort of an OCD thing. I guess it was sort of an OCD thing. Obsessive compulsive disorder or something.
Canned vegetables? They don't even sound good.
All right.
I think it was sort of like an OCD
What do we
thing.
think? I'm gonna ask the chat.
I don't know.
Let's do another poll. Do we think that the Truth documentary is telling the truth? Number one.
But yeah, I learned my lesson.
Or do we
One,
feel
because
like
I
the
didn't
truth
want
is
to
a lie?
I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want to go
Number
to
two.
jail for what I
The
was,
truth
you
is
know,
a
for
lie.
I didn't want to go to jail for, you know,
God, you guys.
and I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to get in trouble, and
My
I
brain,
didn't
I'm
really
like, what am I saying?
understand.
Does it make sense to you guys?
didn't really understand
Bryan Singer is Corey Haim's prep. Bryan Singer is Corey Haim's prep. Wait, Jenny Penny, what does that mean? Do we think Corey Feldman's Truth documentary is true? That's just the most insane question I've ever seen. What? No. Interesting. I think some of it is real, but not all of it. I feel that, Jimmy. Where you can, like, some bits and pieces you're like, oh yeah, but then the majority you're like, maybe not. I just don't like that he's said that he mentioned Dan Schneider and mentioned Brian Peck, but then there's no evidence to prove that.
We'll have to watch the doc.
Oh wait, so by the way, this is awesome though. So this is actually kind of funny. So after he tweeted that, I tweeted back at him and had to say something back to him, which was kind of just basically like, ew, like, why are you trying to, like, compete, like, I don't know, take ownership over someone's trauma, you know, basically. And he blocked me. So I am now blocked by not only Christy Carlson Romano, but her good friend Corey Feldman too.
Haters, man.
Haters. Just haters. Jeez. But yeah, so he blocked me. Which is, you know what though? Like, just for one last time.
The fact that he blocked her. I
just need to see the
I mean, that's kind of a red flag right there. That's kind of a red flag right there. The fact that he blocked her. He must have like felt threatened or something. That was a good question. That was a good question though. Why would you take ownership over somebody else's trauma? Like, own your own trauma, dude.
Whoa, that tiptoe though. That's like on point tiptoe. Can you imagine if this was the whole doc? If this was the doc, oh my god, this is 2 kids, trauma,